Welcome back to the channel. If you love royal news, hidden palace drama, and exclusive stories from behind the palace gates, you're in the right place. Today's story is turning heads across the royal world, because just 1 minute ago, reports emerged that Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, has received Queen Elizabeth's private jewelry collection, and Camilla has been completely excluded. Yes, you heard that right. Let's break down what this really means, why it matters, and how this shocking decision could reshape royal relationships forever. This isn't just about diamonds and tiaras. This is about trust, loyalty, legacy, and the Queen's final wishes. Jewelry in a royal family isn't simply decorative. It represents status, influence, and emotional bonds passed down through generations. So when a private collection changes hands, especially under these circumstances, it sends a powerful message. Queen Elizabeth II's personal jewelry collection is one of the most valuable and historically significant collections in the world. It includes rare diamonds, heirloom brooches, pearl necklaces worn during key state occasions, and pieces that were never displayed publicly. These weren't part of the crown jewels. These were personal items, worn privately and gifted only to those the Queen trusted deeply. Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, has long been known as one of the Queen's most loyal and discreet family members. Unlike others who brought headlines, controversy, or attention, Sophie consistently remained in the background, supporting the monarchy quietly and faithfully. Over the years, she developed a close personal relationship with Queen Elizabeth, often described as warm, respectful, and deeply trusted. Insiders have frequently described Sophie as someone the Queen could confide in, someone who understood royal duty without seeking personal attention. That kind of trust is rare, especially within such a high-profile family. Now, according to sources close to the palace, Queen Elizabeth made her wishes very clear before her passing. She reportedly wanted her private jewelry, not the official royal collection, to go to someone who truly embodied royal service, loyalty, and humility. That person, in her eyes, was Sophie. This decision is being viewed not as a snub, but as a deeply intentional choice. But here's where the shock really begins. Camilla, now Queen Consort, was completely excluded from receiving any pieces from this private collection, and that has raised eyebrows across the royal world. While Camilla now holds a high-ranking royal position, her relationship with Queen Elizabeth was always described as respectful but formal. The Queen accepted Camilla as Charles's wife and supported her role in the monarchy, but their personal bond was never described as especially close. Royal insiders say this wasn't about punishment, it was about preference. Queen Elizabeth separated her official role from her personal life. The jewelry collection in question wasn't tied to royal duty, it was deeply personal. And she chose to pass it on to someone she felt emotionally connected to, not someone based on rank or title. This choice is now being interpreted as a reflection of the Queen's private values: loyalty over status, trust over position, and quiet service over public image. And it's sending shockwaves. Because in the royal world, symbolism is everything. Jewelry is power. A tiara isn't just a tiara. A brooch isn't just a brooch. These pieces appear in portraits, on currency, at state dinners, and in historic photographs. Whoever wears them becomes visually linked to royal history. So when Sophie appears wearing pieces from Queen Elizabeth's private collection, she won't just be wearing jewelry, she'll be wearing legacy. Already, royal watchers are speculating about which pieces Sophie might debut first. Will it be the Queen's favorite diamond brooch? A pearl necklace worn during iconic Commonwealth speeches? Or perhaps a tiara never before seen in public? Each appearance will spark new conversation. And each conversation will reinforce Sophie's unique place in the royal hierarchy. Meanwhile, Camilla's exclusion is being interpreted by some as symbolic, even if not intentional. As Queen Consort, Camilla already has access to the royal vaults and crown jewels. But not receiving anything from the Queen's personal collection sends a different message, one rooted in emotional legacy, not institutional authority. It also highlights the difference between being a royal by title and being royal by trust. This situation is reigniting debates about favoritism, succession, and internal royal dynamics. But those closest to the late Queen insist this wasn't about rivalry, it was about gratitude. Queen Elizabeth reportedly wanted to reward Sophie for decades of unwavering support through family crises, public scandals, and generational change. Sophie never chased the spotlight. She never challenged authority. She simply showed up quietly, consistently, and loyally. And in the Queen's eyes, that mattered more than anything. Let's talk about what this could mean going forward. Sophie's public image is about to change dramatically. Until now, she's often been viewed as a supporting royal respected, but rarely spotlighted. That could change overnight. With access to the Queen's private jewelry, Sophie's visibility and symbolic importance will increase, especially at high-profile events. Every appearance will now carry deeper meaning. Every accessory will be a message. Every photo will be a reminder where the Queen placed her trust. And that shifts Sophie's position within the royal family not officially, but symbolically. This also adds a new layer to the relationship between Sophie and Camilla. While there's no public sign of conflict, this inheritance could quietly shift internal dynamics. Royal watchers will be watching closely for subtle cues, body language, seating arrangements, wardrobe choices, and event roles, all of which often reveal more than words ever could. And let's not forget public reaction. Fans of the monarchy are already reacting strongly, with many praising Sophie's humility and loyalty, while others are questioning the implications of Camilla's exclusion. Some view it as a quiet statement from the Queen, others as a natural outcome of emotional closeness. But one thing is certain: this story has captured global attention, because at its core, this isn't just about jewels. It's about legacy. It's about who the Queen trusted with her most personal belongings. It's about who she believed would protect her memory, honor her values, and carry her spirit forward. And that, more than any crown or title, defines royal power. Let's also consider how this decision reflects the Queen's broader leadership style. Throughout her reign, Queen Elizabeth was known for her subtlety. She rarely made loud statements. She rarely issued public judgments. But when she did act, her actions were deliberate and deeply meaningful. This jewelry inheritance is a perfect example of that leadership style. No press release, no public explanation, just a quiet transfer of legacy. And the world is left to interpret the meaning. Some see it as a reward. Some see it as a message. Some see it as closure. But all agree it is significant. And Sophie, whether she wanted the spotlight or not, now stands at the center of a powerful royal narrative. Let's talk about the emotional side of this story. Sophie was reportedly devastated by the Queen's passing. Their relationship extended beyond formal duty; it was personal. The Queen is said to have admired Sophie's strength, resilience, and ability to navigate royal life with grace. Receiving the Queen's private jewelry isn't just an honor, it's a deeply emotional responsibility. These pieces carry memories. They carry history. They carry moments that can never be repeated. And now, Sophie becomes their guardian. She becomes a keeper of legacy that goes far beyond diamonds and gold. This also raises questions about the future of the collection. Will Sophie pass it on to her children? Will certain pieces eventually return to the royal vault? Will they be loaned to other royals for major occasions? These questions remain unanswered, but what's clear is that Sophie now holds a powerful link between past and future, between the Queen's reign and the monarchy's next chapter. And that link is priceless. Meanwhile, Camilla continues her role as Queen Consort, representing the monarchy on the global stage, attending state functions, and supporting King Charles III. Her authority is institutional. Sophie's new authority is emotional. And in royal circles, emotional authority can be just as powerful. Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. This moment reflects a shift in how royal influence is measured. It's no longer just about rank. It's about trust. It's about consistency. It's about character. And Queen Elizabeth's final decision makes that clearer than ever. She didn't choose based on hierarchy. She chose based on heart. And that choice is now reshaping the royal narrative. So, what happens next? And we'll likely see Sophie stepping into a more visible role. Not necessarily by choice, but by symbolism. Her presence at royal events will carry new meaning. Her wardrobe choices will be analyzed more closely. Her interactions with other royals will be watched more carefully. And every time she wears one of the Queen's pieces, the world will be reminded of where the Queen placed her trust. As for Camilla, her exclusion from the private collection will likely remain a quiet, unspoken chapter 1 that speaks volumes without ever being addressed publicly. Because in the royal family, silence is often the loudest message. This story reminds us that even in the most powerful families in the world, relationships are deeply human. Trust matters, loyalty matters, presence matters. And sometimes, the most meaningful gifts aren't given to those with the highest titles, but to those with the deepest bonds. Before we wrap up, let's reflect on why this story resonates so strongly. Because it's not just royal drama. It's a universal story. It's about appreciation. It's about recognition. It's about knowing that your quiet efforts are seen even when no one else notices. And Queen Elizabeth's final gift to Sophie is a powerful reminder that loyalty never goes unnoticed. So, what do you think about this shocking royal inheritance? Do you believe Sophie was the right choice? Do you think Camilla's exclusion sends a deeper message? Or do you see this as a private family decision that shouldn't be overanalyzed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your opinion. And if you enjoy exclusive royal updates, hidden palace stories, and breaking news from inside the monarchy, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a royal revelation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video with more royal secrets, shocking headlines, and stories the palace doesn't want you to miss.